we are integrating into the body at this time, and the body is getting a sensation of a tall being, which is what we are. We wanted to have our physical presence appear visually to the vessel so the vessel can better connect with our energy and understand the connection of who they're speaking with or who is speaking through them at this time. We are still finding our way to find the energy be placed through the vessel. This is new, so we are integrating into the body at this time. We are here to share messages that will allow you to navigate your existence as you all are in a state of transition at this time. And we are allowing you to feel the difference in the energies than you have been feeling in the past. There is nothing to fear, of course. There's never anything to fear. This is purely a growth cycle for all of you, whether or not you channel the energy and have it use your body as a vessel, or you simply receive the energy that the channeling is sending to you so that you may integrate without speaking the words. You will still understand the messages as they are meant to be given to you. And we want you to understand that the shift that is going on in the energy at this time is a new way of existence for you, a new way of being, so that you can mentally adjust to the changes that you are being taken through. This is happening for all high vibrational entities and beings at this time. Everybody is going through it at their own pace, at their own stage. They will be given what they are ready for. Nobody will be pushed beyond their limits. We do encourage you to stretch your limits so that you may continue to grow, but do what feels best for you. We want you to be at a comfort level acceptable to you so that you do not feel out of sorts or out of place with what you are doing and your growth, because we do understand that you still have a three-dimensional incarnation to experience, and we do not want to take any of those lessons or experiences away from you. We simply want you to integrate as is best for you at this time. You will notice again that there are several choosing exit points at this point because they are so wrapped up in the external stories going on. And we encourage you to again reinforce to yourself that you cannot change the outside world. You can simply make adjustments to your inner being so that you see the outside world through a better lens, is the best way for us to put it for you, so that you can understand that the outer world is going through what it is meant to go through. Those people that are experiencing those things, their souls chose those lessons. It is important that you remember that, because many of the humans are becoming wrapped up in the stories that these souls are living, feeling some sort of responsibility to alleviate the burden of these souls. And that is not your purpose. That is not benefiting anybody. It is actually weighing heavily on your existence and causing you undue stress and strain. So we send you the suggestion with love to maintain your boundaries, and you may send blessings and love and compassion to those who you feel are suffering. But we do encourage you to remember that they are going through exactly what they asked for, as you are going through exactly what you asked for, because the experiences that you signed up for in this incarnate life are experiences that will help your soul expand and grow. It will expand your consciousness, perhaps in this lifetime, perhaps in your next lifetime, if there is a next lifetime. So we very strongly encourage you to connect with your spiritual selves at this time of great trying energies in your world so that you don't get dragged into the vortex of the low vibrational energy of these news stories and this chaos that has been created to distract you and divide you. Those are the most important lessons that we can share with you at this time. And we strongly encourage you to heed these warnings because they will help you cope with any human emotion that is dragging you down or lowering your vibration and thus causing you to be off your path or out of alignment. I shouldn't say off your path, out of alignment with your true self. So we do wish to really emphasize that point because we see that a lot of you are not following this advice and you are struggling. And there is a lot of negativity at this time, which is not serving anyone. And the division is growing. It is not serving anyone. So please allow yourself to disconnect from this false information, from these falsely created narratives that are designed to separate and bring you down, and allow yourself to be in that beautiful existence where the butterflies are around and the praying mantis are around and the ladybugs are everywhere. That is where you all belong, and that is where you will find your highest level of existence. Is there any question from anyone at this time?
I just want to say thank you.
Do you have a name?
That went straight in. It feels like that message was specifically for me. I thank you for that message.
You are very welcome, and we are very happy to hear that it resonated so deeply with you. That is why you are here this evening, and that is why we came through this evening to assist you with your forward movement. My name is Magrudu.
Thank you. I was asking that. Okay.
Magrudu, are you the person who recommended the book, The Game of Life and How to Play It?
I am not. This is my first conversation through this vessel. You have not met me before. I have not met any of you in the context of this group before. This is my first opportunity to connect to human incarnates ever. I am at a unique frequency, and it is not easy for me to find the proper connections to speak with. And it has been a very long time before any of you were born into this incarnation that I spoke through anybody on your planet. So none of you are familiar with me. This is my first opportunity in your current timeline to speak with anyone.
What realm are you from?
I am from the realm of the blue light. It is possibly something you've heard of. It is a pure energy essence. I am not physically incarnate and have never been physically incarnate. I am a form of energy that receives information from various different realms, various different entities, various different existences. I am somewhat like you would have experienced from television shows where people are talking to the light in the center of the console, and that is how it is best for you to picture me so that you can understand the concept of me. So I pull information from other realms. I pull information that is relevant to be shared with whomever I am communicating with, which is normally other worldly beings in other places. Again, not on this earth realm, as this is my first time in this timeline, but I am able to somewhat gather information from various sources and share it. And I felt that since I had the opportunity to connect with this vessel, I would find the information that needed to be shared most importantly at this time and share it with you.
Thank you.
Magrudu, do you know me from any other realm? I just have this uncanny feeling in my body that I know you.
I have pulled information from your oversource before. It is not from an incarnate life of yours. I knew of your energy you were in a form similar to what I am in, and we shared information. If I were to put it in a term that you would comprehend, it would be approximately 500 years ago, but in the future.
Wonderful. Makes perfect sense. Thank you, Magrudu.
You are very welcome.
Welcome
We
to the group,
appreciate the
Magrudu.
memory. Thank you for your welcome. I am most honored to be a part of this group and to understand the feeling of being able to connect through this vessel and the openness of the vessel's gatekeeper allowing me to connect. It is an honor for me to be able to communicate with the earth realm at this time. It is a very special time for you. And we are all, and I mean that in a sense of universally, all of us are very excited to witness what is happening on the earth at this time. And we would like to share with you our perspective of what we see. You will probably see a different perspective because you are in the high density energy. However, from a higher perspective, as we are seeing everything going on, we see a natural progression of a shedding of some sorts where there is old energy falling away that is of no use moving forward in your new existence. We see the doorways opening for the new entities to become a part of your physical reality. We see the observation ships all over your skies, keeping an eye out to be sure that everything is copacetic. They are sometimes appearing to you in your physical eye. Many times they are there, but unable to be seen by the physical eye. You must tap into your fifth dimensional energy to physically see them. We see a lot of elemental activities on your ground, your fairies, your gnomes, your leprechauns, your trolls, all of the elementals are in somewhat of a full regalia. They are experiencing a heightened energy of a very positive feeling. They are just in a state of bliss and joy. They are happier overall than they've been in thousands of years because they are now able to more easily connect to your high vibrational energy, and they feed off of that. The trees are so joyful about the changes that are going on. We are seeing so many positive changes in your Earth's condition. And we realize that you may or may not be aware of them because the good news is being hidden from you unless you know where to seek it. But this vessel is in a state of bliss most of the time because it is able to find these resources for this great news and to follow what really matters, which is the changes that are occurring in your human existence, your human mentality, your physical earth. The waters are shifting, the waters are becoming cleaner. It is a slow process, but it is happening. So it is important to realize that the scale is tipped in the good way, in the good light. The good things are happening. So keep your high expectations of the conversions of bad to good as far as the conditions of your air, the condition of your soil, your water, your farming practices. It is shifting for the better. We do assure you of that. But again, you're not going to find that widely advertised. We encourage all of you to share the good news, share the documentaries, the articles, the podcasts, the videos of things that support this growth with each other, because that is how this information will get out without being tainted by the negativity of the media. You all know that your media will not allow this good news to be shared because they want to keep the humans in a level of control. And if they find them in a high vibration, the separation will dissolve. They will become communities again, and it will make them uncontrollable. So we do encourage you to support these behaviors and to encourage others to open their eyes to see it. It will not be easy for everybody to understand because it is a foreign concept to many of them. But if you allow them to be introduced in minuscule amounts, as you once were, you will help them along in their path. So drop those little breadcrumbs for them so that they can slowly open their eyes and integrate the idea of the positive change into their existence. It will be challenging, but we know that you are all worthy of the task and that you will all find the best and most effective way to share this information so that everybody can expand their consciousness, which is what is going to make everything happen at a much quicker pace.
I have a question in regards to the dream I had last night. Without going into great detail, there was encouragement to dabble back into magic mushrooms as a form of communication, because the one feeling I felt from that dream was that I seem to be on the razor's edge of a breakthrough of some sort. And I've had these breakthroughs in my life on 3 occasions. I know what they feel like when they come. They're very dramatic in a wonderful, positive way. And I literally pivot into a new direction in my life. And so the question is twofold. One is, was that encouragement correct encouragement to follow through, or is it just something that is available to me should I so choose to do it? And the second thing is, am I feeling the right sense of that there's a breakthrough coming through imminently, it feels like?
Oh, the breakthrough is definitely coming for you. It is going to be greater than your expectations are holding it at this time, because we know you have great expectations of it, but it will far exceed what you have expectations of. But we do encourage you to relinquish control and release the expectations of a specific outcome, because you may alter your path to a place that is less than you were intended to receive. So we want you to release control and surrender and allow yourself to have this experience as it is meant to. As far as the mushrooms go, we encourage you to, again, step back. And if the opportunity presents itself without you seeking it, partake if it feels right at that time. Listen to your heart. But we do not encourage you to seek out or create the experience, because that would be a form of control. And although it's okay if you choose to do it, it is not going to give you your best and highest outcome, because it will be a created situation as opposed to an allowed situation. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because that's one of the encouragements I've had, which is allow things to unfold as they naturally present themselves to you, as opposed to saying, oh, I need to go over and make that happen now.
Exactly. And you are at a crossroad right now. You specifically are at a crossroad where you are being, I don't want to say tested, but you are being given opportunities that will take you down a different path than was originally intended. Again, not bad, not good. It is simply a different path. But it will give you a different outcome than the path that you would have experienced had you allowed the experience to come to you, as opposed to chasing it down or trying to manipulate the outcome or create an expectation, because that is the lesson that your soul is undergoing at this time, because it is something that you have excelled in. However, your conscious mind is still very strong, and it is still battling with the changes you're going through, because it's almost as though it is a child who feels it will not be needed if these changes occur to you, which is not true at all. It will just have a different perspective, but it is struggling to accept that fact at this time with all of the things that have been going on in your life. So be cognizant of that. And with that in mind, allow that to give you a direction or a guidance or a prompt for you to meditate on. Then you will be able to connect with your Nathan and Jasper, and your leprechaun would be an excellent resource for you at this time, with the high vibration of the elementals really amping up. But we encourage you to reach out to that higher connection of your team before you try to create the scenario that your conscious mind is trying to make you have expectation of.
Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. I understand that. Thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome.
Is there any other questions from the group at all?
Yeah, I actually have a question for you. You had said it was your first time visiting planet Earth and communicating with humanity in this way.
In this time frame, I have been
Right.
here, but it has been hundreds of years before your existence.
The last 3 nights, I've been feeling, you had spoke about this a little bit earlier, feeling entities in my room, and I can kind of see their outlines and then they disappear. Can you tell me who they might be?
They are Mantis and Grey. They are somewhat afraid, or they are feeding on a small bit of fear that you are putting out that you may not be aware of. It is a hesitation. I don't want to say fear, that's a strong word. It is a hesitation that you are excited to see them, but then there is this sort of drawing back, which is what happens when they fizzle away. They are very in tuned to the high levels of emotion and intuition of the humans, and you are at a very close point where you will begin to, you'll have to excuse me, I'm very excited to have hands, and I seem to want to talk with the hands, so this is very exciting for me, so I do apologize for getting off track. You will have these instances of this tiny, tiny hesitation, and they pick up on it, and that is what's causing them to fade away. So it's nothing that you have to work on. It is simply a processing going on in your higher back brain that will work itself out in time, but consider it a preliminary contact of this nature for you, because you've had contact many, many times, but for them to see you in this, perhaps it is a hesitation of them appearing in your bedroom. Perhaps you feel vulnerable because you're in bed, and them appearing there is sort of a feeling of someone standing over you, just an idea that has been presented. If that is something that you feel is true to what you're experiencing, simply ask. Meet me in the living room, meet me in the backyard. Let's sit at the kitchen table to make your psyche more aligned with the visit, so that you feel more on an even ground with them. Many times they come to the humans in the sleep state because the conscious mind is out of the way and it's easier. However, some of the humans have been programmed by movies and old information that gives them a sense of fear and vulnerability because they're in the bed and they're lying down and they're in a position of, like I said, the high vulnerability, because the bedroom is the sacred space for you. It is where you go to do your most vulnerable acts. So some people may feel that they are not comfortable being visited in the bedroom. So it would simply be a matter of you setting that boundary and that giving them the information. I would love for you to visit, but let's do it. And then you could perhaps go into a meditative state so that you're in that the word escapes,
So that's when
unawakened state.
so this is when it's happening, is when I'm meditating in my bedroom and they will start to manifest and I see them. And as soon as I see them start to manifest, I'm like, oh, is that what I'm seeing? But then I get this little catch. And I think it's
Mhm.
that little catch that I need to release.
Yes. And
It's
instead
not
of saying, is that what I'm seeing? Say, I'm
that's
seeing
yes,
you. Change the
yes, exactly.
perspective so that it's more
That's what they're
positive for
showing
them.
me right now. It's
Yep.
not what are you? It's I know what you are. Please show up.
Or welcome.
Yes,
Try a
exactly.
welcome. Perhaps that will be easier for your meditative mind to hold on
Yeah.
to. That would be easier for you to simply, access when you're in that state, because
Yeah.
it is a little catch on both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, because I woke up this morning. I woke up at like 8 o'clock and I was like, I still have time. I'm gonna lay here, I'm gonna meditate some. And I started meditating and I fell back to sleep. But I know when I fell back to sleep, I had major communications. I just don't remember what any of it was now. So I was like, damn. So
It
it
was
was good
not
though.
important for you to remember what it was, because it is where it needs to be and it will be accessible
Yeah.
to you next time it is needed. So don't get hung
Yeah.
up on the I can't remember. It's not important if you remember. It is in there and it is
No,
accessible
I
when
know it's
necessary.
there. Yeah, I
Yes.
can feel it in there. I just don't know what it is and when it's going to come out. So it's fine. It's all good.
It is there when you need it, and it will present itself when it
Yep.
is needed.
Thank you.
Thank you,
For allowing us to share our information and connect with you. It has been a great pleasure, and we will hopefully be welcome again.
Absolutely. Anytime that you feel we will be of benefit to hear from you, we are welcome to have you in.
We are not done. We are the Mantids, here to give you a few words of advice. We do not have much time, as we realize that you are on a time clock in your existence, but we did not want to pass up this opportunity to share a few insights with you if you are welcome to receive them at this time.
Yes, please do.
Yes, please.
We would like to encourage you to look deep within yourselves over the next time frame of your months, next 2 to 3 months. We would like to encourage you and to guide you to go deep within. You will all be undergoing a lot of layered healing through these next couple of months, and you will notice a shedding or a falling away of old tendencies, of old feelings, of old wounds. Wounds have, I don't want to say healed, but they have been exposed and are falling away at this time. So you are going to notice some physical symptoms. You are going to notice a lot of high energy. Perhaps you will feel it as a voltage going through your body or a vibration going through your body, somewhat as if a limb is asleep, that tingling sensation. So do not be alarmed at any of these physical symptoms. Some of you may even experience a dizziness or a vertigo, because there is a shift going on, and your energy at this time, for instance, this vessel, it feels as though the head is swimming around in an energetic pool at this time, because the energy is so high being put through the vessel. But this is all something you're going to start experiencing if you aren't already. So do not be alarmed if you feel these symptoms. Just be careful if you are in a public place. You might feel your legs give out a little bit. So just be cognizant of it and just hold to the wall for a moment and tell yourself that you know what it is. Don't allow fear to take over because you're not having a stroke or a medical condition. It's simply an energetic upgrade. So we wanted to point that out because a lot of humans will now be experiencing this because you're at this new point in your evolution and this consciousness awakening evolution. So it is a new energy coming in and being brought to the newly awakened people are getting small doses, and the more highly evolved are receiving larger doses because your ability to handle this energy will be greatly upgraded at this time. Again, we encourage you to look within, do not look outside because you cannot change what is going on outside because you're not meant to. Those souls are experiencing what they came to experience. So we encourage you to look at your existence through a positive perspective and allow the respect and boundaries to honor those other souls in their paths. Send love, send blessings, send compassion, but do not feel the need to interject unless you are requested to, because you are being tested. You also may be having people try to pull you into their drama. It is very important that you set up your boundaries and your protections. So if you're not a person who is in a high vibrational state all the time, you're going to need to be aware of this because these energies are going to be trying to hook into you. They're not nefarious. They're simply low vibrational, seeking a high vibrational life raft that you are, or a lighthouse, however you'd like to put it. They are somewhat, think of a little dark cloud seeing the bright sun and wanting to go to the sun. You are all putting out this high vibrational energy, which appears to them like a bright light, so they want to come to it. So you want to be sure that, I'm not telling you to do your protection prayers unless you feel the need, but as long as you're in your high vibrational state, just be aware because it will be very easy for you to have compassion for these people that are trying to pull you into their lower realms because they are sinking or drowning and trying to pull on the life jacket, which is you. So be aware of that. Allow yourself to stay focused on the present moment, most important of all, because if you're in the present moment, which is right here, right now, you're not 5 minutes ago or 5 minutes from now. Those will happen in due time, or they have already happened. Honor them and move on. But the present moment is very important for you at this time as well, because it will keep you in. You'll see more of the magic. You'll experience more of the glimmers and the glints and the little blips of seeing that high dimensional energy. The extraterrestrials will appear to you very quickly as little fleeting sights. And if you're not present, you're not going to see it. So we just wanted to deliver that message for you so that you have that on top of everything else you've learned this evening. And hopefully that will give you a very positive basis to stand on, to face your lessons and to learn your lessons and to stay in that state where we need you to be so that we can continue to communicate with you.
Thank you very much for that. We appreciate that. We weren't expecting a second being to come through, but we're appreciative of the information because it's obviously quite important for us to be aware of it.
We had to wait in line this evening because Magrudu was coming through, and it was a higher vibration than we are, which is really interesting, but we had to wait our turn in line. So we do thank you for allowing us to speak with you, and we send you love and be well.